So I decided to read this article from Coin6News, KOIN.com, from Washington County in the state of Oregon, I guess near Portland. Because why not? It's a new article. It came out on June 10th of 2020, but from an incident that happened in 2018. The title is Video Shows Drunk Bike Riding Suspect Attacked by WCSO Deputy. Deputy was not initially punished. So that's what it says in the article. So I'm going to read the article and then add my commentary. Portland, Oregon. Lawyers for a 45-year-old man accused of drunk bicycle riding in 2018 are sharing video of an assault inside the Washington County Jail shortly after his arrest. Albert Molina was arrested on March 30th, 2018 and taken to the jail where he was searched by Deputy Ryan Alden. Video from the jail shows Alden attacking Molina while standing at a backdrop to have his booking photo taken. So if you check out this video, the video is like 12 minutes long, and it's not until about minute 12 where you really see the violence. And this person who's arrested is standing up against the wall to have his mugshot taken, and he's probably talking shit, right? According to this article, he's drunk. So he says something, there's no audio, but it sets this guy, Ryan Alden, off, and he fucking charges at him, like full speed, pushes him against the wall. This guy's head bounces off the wall, and he's on him. He's on him. And then, the other officers are just reacting totally calmly, and they start walking towards the altercation. But obviously not to help the guy that has just been assaulted, probably to help subdue him, which, according to this article, his skull was fractured. So I don't know how much help that big bad deputy needed to get this guy under control. So back to the article. There is no audio on the video, but it shows Alden searching him and even removing his socks. At one point, Molina appears to salute Alden after he stepped away. He is seen complaining to other deputies and then rushing at Molina, slamming him to the wall and then the ground. Other deputies calmly walk around as medical staff come to treat Molina and take him on a gurney. His lawyers say he sustained skull fractures, brain bleeds, and spent 19 days in the hospital. His medical bills cost $130,000. So unnecessary. According to the Oregonian, Molina's initial lawsuit seeking damages was denied because the Washington County District Attorney said the use of force was justified. If you watch the video, it's very clear it was not justified. They have now agreed to resubmit the case to a grand jury, where Molina's lawyers would like Alden to be charged with assault too. Also last week, Deputy Alden was charged with a misdemeanor in relation to a, quote, racist email. I wonder what that was. In a statement to Coin6News, KOIN, I don't know how you guys say that, Washington County Sheriff Pat Garrett said his department has reviewed an independent outside criminal investigation, which was also reviewed by the county's district attorney. Both entities found that wasn't sufficient evidence of a crime or a policy violation. So, this is the problem. It's very clear. Like, just watch the video. This guy wasn't a threat to this Deputy Alden. He was probably talking shit. So, do you deserve to get your skull fractured and get your head banged against a concrete wall or whatever the fuck that wall was made of because you're talking shit to a police officer because their ego is so fragile and their power trip is so large that they're gonna probably kill you and make you spend almost a month in a hospital. And then there's no justice. So this guy obviously committed a crime, but even though there's video evidence, there's not sufficient evidence that that was a crime. How do they argue that? And it's not a policy violation. So then is it policy to bash people's heads against walls? I don't know, maybe it is. Quote, "This video is difficult to watch, particularly given the recent events and the national focus on law enforcement use of force," Garrett said, adding, "Although the investigation found no misconduct at the time, we recognize we need to do better and implemented additional scenario training, stressing de-escalation and verbal skills." So at the time, they didn't consider what this guy Alden did misconduct, but they recognized, supposedly, there was enough of an issue that they did some training to try to get people to use their fucking words to deal with people who are probably talking shit to them and de-escalate the situation. So no mention of disciplinary skills. Like, this guy has issues. This guy committed a crime. He's on your police force. You're paying him. He's a criminal. You know, so again, this is the issue. This is the same story time and time again. We're almost done here. Garrett continued to say the Washington County Sheriff's Office is, quote, "keenly aware of the agency's need to constantly, quote, improve and evaluate its tactics, especially use of force. The public bestows a tremendous amount of power and trust in law enforcement, and we must earn that trust every day," the sheriff wrote. "The past 2 weeks make it clear that the public demands change and accountability from law enforcement agencies." Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. The past 2 weeks have made it very clear that the public is done with your bullshit. And we want accountability from law enforcement agencies, but that's what people have wanted, right? People have been asking for accountability time and time again, every time a story like this comes out. So, you know, it's too late. It's too bad. Accountability is not enough anymore. Extra training means extra money for you, means more resources for you to fuck around and figure out how best to fuck with the people you're supposed to be serving. And this is an institutional problem. This is a culture problem with the police. And so, you know, the calls to defund the police make a lot of sense. It might seem like a really big thing that is unimaginable and like, oh my god, there's gonna be murder in the streets and who am I gonna call when people come up to me and try to rob me all the time? You know, if you're a person of color or a black person, you're not calling the police right now when that happens to you anyway. And if you're a white person, you probably feel comfortable calling the police. And that's a problem. If the police is only meant to serve, or has statistically been shown to serve, to defend people who are white, and people who are privileged, and people who have money, that's a problem. Anyway, that's it.